Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Open Love Light. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna jump right on into it. So first we are gonna microwave us some bacon, and y'all, today we is gonna be making us some keto avocado toast. These are the eggs I'm gonna be using this week, but you can use any egg of your choice, of course. I'm just gonna put a half a tablespoon of some Kerrygold butter in the pan, pop me a little egg in there, and then I'm gonna season it with black pepper and Italian seasoning. Now I don't have no more everything bagel seasoning, y'all. However, they ain't gonna stop nothing over here, because once we put the avocado on that keto bread, we're gonna add some onion powder, some garlic powder, some red pepper flakes, some black pepper. Now, of course, you can add salt with it. I'm not, since I'm using bacon. I'm not gonna put no salt on top of it. And plus, turkey bacon to me has a good amount of salt in it, so I'm not gonna do that part. But that's what we're gonna do, and that's gonna be our breakfast. Go ahead, y'all, get on into it, and I'll come back.
Best expectations of any man. Got my own explanations on why I'm skeptical and critical when it's good. But this time around you broke me down like I never thought you could. I say, how come it's so easy? It's unlike I ever knew. You say, 'cause it's right, believe me, I was designed for you. And for the first time, I'm not looking around, 'cause I'm enough and you're enough. It's safe to say this much: I like it on this side of love. This side of love. I like it on this side of love. This side of love. It sounds cliche whenever I talk about you. What can I say?
Now, to top my egg off, y'all, I'm just going to put some fennel seed on there. Fennel seed is good for basically overall health, digestive, antioxidants, bone health, blood pressure, eyesight. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that on top. And this is what it looks like, y'all. Yes.
Tell me you love me again, just for a second, just till the end. I need to get this inside my head, just so I know that it's not pretend.
Now, moving on to lunch, y'all, we are just going to be making us a good chicken wrap. When I say a good, actually, let me take that back. A great chicken wrap. This right here is going to be so good. So, of course, you're going to need chicken breast. I use peppers, but you can use whatever kind of veggie you want. I'm also going to be using some roasted garlic hummus on here. Wait, before everybody jump out the chair, before everybody like, don't use that on keto. Get yourself some hummus, okay? It is not that bad in carbs, I promise. Wait until I show y'all the container. It's all good. Anyway, we're going to chop our chicken breast up, right? We're going to put it in the pan with some avocado oil. Then we are going to season it with Cajun seasoning, garlic and herb seasoning, paprika, Italian seasoning. In addition to those veggies you saw me chop up, I also chopped a couple heads of broccoli florets up, just a little bit to put in there. And then we're also going to add about a half a tablespoon of butter once this chicken start cooking down really well. And then we're going to take this thing off the stove, and we're going to put this inside of a wrap. Y'all, this was so freaking delicious. This was so good. Oh, look, this right here, this one is going to be a staple in the house. It's so easy, and this would be a good meal prep. You can even use this over like a bed of cauli rice. You can do it that way, or you could use it over some salad. You could do it that way, or guess what, you could just add more broccoli and eat it just like that. This right here is a great and easy versatile dinner. This one, most definitely a keeper. Look at these. If you don't know what to cook, just cook the rainbow, y'all. That's what I did. That's all I did. Look, so this is the hummus I'm going to be using. Like I said, it's roasted garlic. Now, for this one, for 2 tablespoons, it is only 4 net carbs. It's 5 carbs, but 1 gram of fiber. So 4 net carbs. These are the wraps I'm going to be using. Y'all know I love these ones. The tomato basil. And this one right here is only 4 net carbs as well. So we are going to add a slice of pepper jack cheese. We're going to put our hummus on there. Then we're going to put some greenery on there. And then we're going to add this chicken and roll this thing on up. So go ahead and I'll come back.
Close my eyes, it feels like forever. overthinking, making love work. We're driving down the same road at full speed. Feels like I'm dreaming, but somebody stop me.
All right, y'all. Now, this is the good part. Look at this, y'all. This is from my garden. Look at these long spring onions, these long scallion onions. Look how long this thing is. This thing was actually like long as my arm. This was so long. The camera did not do it justice. I am so proud of these, and I use these every day. Y'all better be using your onions because y'all know fall time is coming around. Y'all know everybody gonna get sick again. So put it in your body now. That way when that stuff start coming around, if you get it, it won't be as bad. So that was my little onion harvest. And then I wanted to show y'all my beets, y'all. I was so excited this. I learned so much in gardening this year. Look at these colors. So pretty. And I did learn that you can use the beet leaves as well. Of course, I got loads of parsley, my tomatoes, the little baby tomatoes, and then we got the bigger tomatoes. I'm going to show y'all my little baby carrots. Don't judge me, y'all, because like this is my first time really gardening, like a big garden like this. So I'm going to show y'all. But look at this tomato. It's getting ready to start turning. Look at that. Oh, I just love this. Look at these little carrots, y'all. I grew these. Y'all. I grew these from seed. Look at this. I know they small, and I'm going to tell y'all why they small, because I planted them so close together because I didn't realize that one little seed will actually make a whole carrot. So I planted like a lot of them close together, and that's the same thing that happened to my beets. My beets would be much bigger if I planted them spaced apart, but I really didn't because it was my first time. But look what I got, y'all. I'm going to make me some pickled beets because what are we doing here? Why not? Look how pretty they are. I love the color of beets. And you can put pickled beets on sandwiches, burgers, and a salad and all that good stuff. So I can't wait, y'all, to just kind of fool around with this stuff. I just wanted to show that. I know the same part of the video. I know y'all ain't supposed to be saying this, but y'all my family and my friends. So look, I want y'all to see this. Start your garden, okay? Start the garden. Because if I could grow it, you could grow it. And my whole goal is to grow everything, at least most of everything that I eat. That's my goal, y'all. All right, y'all. Now, moving on. Let's go on ahead and get into dinner. We are going to be air frying us some wings. So I just put a little avocado oil on there. And I'm seasoning it with some Cajun seasoning, some Southwest seasoning. I think I got this from Aldi's. I really like that seasoning. We're going to throw a little onion powder on there, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, a little bit of paprika. We are going to pop this in the air fryer on 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. Then we're going to flip these wings over and cook it an additional 10 minutes. I like mine to be a little bit crispy, so that's why I do it for the additional 10 minutes. Now listen, if y'all know me how I think y'all know me, y'all know I love me some wings. That is one of my things was fried chicken, so this is right there with it. When I tell you, you don't even crave fried chicken anymore, once you have these air fried wings, I'm telling y'all, this is it right here.
And graces when we're in an iron dress. We're all on time to things, they're at least 15 late. That's just a couple things I've learned about boys these days. They like the freedom, but boys get lonely sometimes. And now we need.
All right, y'all, I forgot to show y'all. Look at this. What do y'all think that is? This is a little sugar baby watermelon. It fell off of my branch. So I just want to cut it open because I want to see like what's going on in the inside. I know I just need to leave it be. But since it fell off, I didn't pull it off too early. Look at this. Isn't this adorable? And one of my girls, well, actually, two of my girls actually tasted it because I was scared to taste it. I'm like, it might be poisonous. I don't know. And they're like, no, it's just a baby watermelon. So they tasted it. And it was actually, after they tasted it, I tasted a little piece. And it was actually sweet already. And it's so little like this. Look at this little baby. Ugh. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I can't wait until next spring to start my garden. All right, Enough of that. I know y'all done with the garden. I ain't gonna show y'all no more. It's alright. It's all good. Don't even worry. However, y'all, take a moment and clap for me. Cling, 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 cling. Yay! Because guess what? I'm giving y'all meal prep too. This ain't just what I eat in a day. This gonna be a meal prep too. So our first meal up, we're gonna make us some chili. So we're gonna need a green pepper. I'm going to need half of green pepper, half of a red onion. You can use a yellow onion. Like I said, y'all, get up in these onions because fall is coming, winter is coming. Stock up on onions in your system now. Don't wait until fall and then try to start doing it. Do it now. You're going to use a pound of ground turkey, or you can use ground beef. I just put a little bit of avocado oil in the pan, and these are my garden tomatoes. Normally, y'all, I don't put tomatoes in my chili, but since I grew them, I'm going to use them. So we're going to season our meat, y'all, with Cajun seasoning, garlic and onion powder. We're going to do Italian seasoning, oregano, and a little bit of red pepper flakes. And we're also going to use that chili packet that I get from Aldi's. I just got a mild chili packet. So once our meat is done, we're going to add that into it too. So we're going to let this simmer all well together. We're going to mix it good, let it simmer well, and then I'll show you the rest. Oh, wait, let me tell you the rest of the stuff you're going to need. I use kidney beans for mine. You don't have to put beans in it. However, chili is not chili without beans to me. So I am going to be using some kidney beans. So what I do is I get the ones in the can. I take it out the can. I rinse them well in a strainer. And then I add it in once my chili is done. And I'm just letting it simmer because then I add cheese to it too. Y'all, I ain't going to tell y'all how I didn't have no Mexican shredded cheese. I had Kraft cheese slices, okay? Now, granted, it's still good. It's still delicious. But I don't like that. I like my Mexican shredded cheese. So I did end up putting 3 broken up slices of Kraft in there because I found out later I ain't having those cheese. Here is the breakdown of the calories and carbs for the red beans. However, don't worry, I got your back. I'm going to break it all down at the end. I'm going to tell you how many carbs this meal is. And remember, this is over a 3-day span. So don't worry, I got y'all, okay? Y'all know I got y'all, don't worry. We also going to use a half a can of tomato paste and probably about 3/4 cup of water. So go ahead, y'all, get on into it, and I'll come back.
About New York, I think about both your crazy blue eyes. I think about Manhattan, I don't know what happened, but I miss those times. Holding my hands on the subway so I wouldn't fall, still down I'd go, and you'd pick me up. Whether on those trains or when I felt low, running through streets like taxi cabs. I didn't know how good we had everything with us. Just know I miss it bad. I hope you think of me when you walk down Broadway. Hear me singing when you hear street bands play. Hope you think of me when you go back to the city. Hope you see me at the Soho Diner. Can't sleep when you pull no nighter. Hope you think of me when you go back to the city. Do you remember Brooklyn? We were so good back then. What a mess we made. From kisses on the river, from gold to silver, now we're just in gray. Sneaking our way onto rooftop skies, drunken songs of you and I, to nothing at all. It breaks my heart asking why, when we put city lights to shame, lit up streets with both our names. The love stood so tall, and there'll never be one the same. I hope you think of me when you walk down Broadway. Hear me singing when you hear street bands play. Hope you think of me when you go back to the city. Hope you see me at the Soho Diner. Can't sleep when you pull no nighter. Hope you think of me when you go back, even though it's over. There's no second go. I like to think that maybe we'll live forever on every road that used to belong to you and me. same Brooklyn favorite. It won't be easy.
Y'all see after y'all give it some time how thick it gets. Look at this, y'all. This looks so good. It was absolutely delicious. I love cooking chili, and I add like a little bit of hot sauce to it, y'all. Look at that. It's so good. I wish y'all could taste it through the screen. And I like mine to be thick like this, like not too watery. I like it to be some substance to it.
I can't fall asleep. I just lay in my bed wondering if there's anybody, or if I was born to be lonely. I've been trying, but I'm burned out from my feelings, setting fires, just hoping that you'll notice me.
All right, you guys, so for our next meal, we are just going to move on to our shrimp. We're going to be steaming some shrimp. I got these shrimp from Giant, and these are 0 carbs, and I think it's 12 grams of protein for like 7 shrimp. So we are just going to steam us a whole bunch because we're making some for 3 days. And all we're going to add is a little bit of water in there, a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, and we're going to cover it with a top and let them cook through. And then when we take them out, we're going to let them cool for just a little bit. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of mayo, a little bit more Old Bay, some parsley, garlic, and onion powder. We're also going to add our keto bread to our sandwich bags. We're going to put 3 of them in the bags, and then we're going to add some spring mix. Put that in the sandwich bag as well, but we're going to put a napkin in it so it could keep the moisture out, so our salad don't get wilted. I am going to be making an open face sandwich, but you most certainly can use 2 slices of bread, but I'm not going to do that. Since our chili is going to be about like 20 some carbs anyway, I'm not adding I don't want to go over 50 carbs. So no, I don't think I'm going to do it. And I don't do 50 carbs every day. I try to stay underneath of 30, but 50 is the max. Listen, it is what it is. All these recipes, you can really take the carb part away that you don't want to use, like that chili. You can really take them beans out, and the whole recipe would be probably like 5 carbs. So trust me, it's always a way to get around it. I just want some beans because, again, y'all, people gonna get sick this go around. I know they are, so I'm just trying to stock up. I'm trying to help my body out. And beans, kidney beans, are awesome, replenishing cells and just fighting bacteria and a whole bunch of other stuff. I just put a little bit on the screen so y'all can see a little bit. So listen, stock up on your beans and your onions. All right, now this is the keto bread I like to use. I like to use the other one too. I like this one when I'm doing open face sandwiches because this bread is a lot larger than the other keto bread that I get. But as you can see, it's only 1 net carb for that. So this is what everything looks like, you guys. This is my stuff for my open face. I'm just going to do that yogurt for breakfast since I'm having such a heavy meal in between, like with that chili. I'm going to eat that for lunch since it's so heavy with the beans and stuff. But this is what it's going to look like. If I do snack on something, y'all, which I'm trying not to, it's probably just going to be some either Slim Jims or some pistachios. All right, you guys. So the day will be 1,239 calories and it will be 28 net carbs. Total carbs is 50 grams. I know this one is a lot of total carbs. My goal is to stay underneath of 50. However, you only live once, well, in the human form anyway. So it is okay. That is going to be the end of this video, you guys. If you are new here and you stayed this long, please consider subscribing. To my OGs who keep coming back, thank you so much for your love and support. I greatly appreciate you. I thank you guys for joining me. I thank you for sharing this space with me. And as always, I thank you for watching.